Hello and welcome to episode 193 of the Veeam Community Recap. I'm here with Safiya here in the office. No better way to spend my personal
PTO.
holiday. Yeah, I took the day off, but I came in anyways because I love my community.
Dedicated.
Indeed, indeed. How you doing today, Safiya?
I'm doing well. It's a short week here in the States with Thanksgiving, so ready for the long weekend. How about you, Rick? I mean, you have a longer weekend, but you're still spending it
Yeah, I'll
here
be in
in
tomorrow
the
too. I
office.
got a I got a
No, you
press
won't
interview tomorrow.
really.
It's only for a quick moment.
Oh
Just
goodness.
I can't do that at home. It's the press. But I am taking. I've got, as you know, I drive a large car. So for
Yeah.
the Americans watching, it's like Chevy Tahoe, full size SUV. The whole back is full of I got some old computers from home. I've got an old refrigerator. Someone here at work is wanting to get rid of an old dehumidifier. I've got an old chain link fence in there. I'm going down to the metal recycling place and then
Okay.
separately the electronics recycling place. That's what I'm doing for fun on my day off. So yeah.
If it relaxes you, nobody should yuck your yum,
Well, I don't want to
Nobody should,
just throw it away. So
yeah.
the metal place will probably give me money for it, and then the Ohio E-Cycle will take the computers and phones and tablets that I'm ditching, and they take the precious metals out. So I'm doing good for the earth today as well with my
Being
horribly
cares hours, I
inefficient
think.
fuel car. But that's another discussion. All right, well let's get into community. We got some stuff here. Where's my mouse? All right, I think that's working. That's us. But let's talk about community. Let's do that. All right. So first up, and these are all Safiya's picks, by the way. Sean with Entra ID backup. Why and how? What caught your eye on this one?
Yeah, so this is really an overview of Entra ID backup from Sean. For those unfamiliar, Entra ID is a cloud-based identity and access management service for Microsoft, managing users, device and application data, and being part of a lot of organization systems. Having a disaster recovery strategy is very important for Entra ID, which Sean highlights there. He lists out a few reasons why, such as business continuity and disaster recovery, migration and transition, and minimizing human error. He then goes into some of the key features of Veeam Backup for Entra ID and how it works. Some of the key features being automated backup, secure backup restore, user-friendly interface, and much more. And lastly, Sean ends the blog with a few of Veeam's key differentiators with Entra ID, such as data sovereignty, an exit strategy that keeps your backups intact with a free restore tool when subscriptions do end, and of course, the backup solution specifically for Entra ID.
Yeah, a couple of thoughts here. One, this is coming in Veeam 12.3, so Entra ID will be the next software as a service that Veeam will protect. And when we come to exit strategy, let me put some context around this one. This is, I think, something that organizations may use in a scenario that maybe they're acquiring organizations. And for example, we've got a scenario where we're bringing another organization into our organization and we want to, sunset that previous Azure AD, or sorry, Entra ID environment. And that is a unique example where a backup can really help you for the discovery side of things. So great post, Sean. Thank you for sharing. Hopefully we're calling your name more often.
Yeah, he's very active
I know
on the hub.
he's here, and it's good to see you. By the way, earlier in the month, Sean saw you up in Boston. All right, Mr. Dips, I was in your town your town. I was in London last week.
Did you see him?
No, he wasn't at this event, but
Oh.
I didn't add any time for hugs and kisses. But Dips, hope you're doing well. You're talking to us about the database of domain controllers and what is it, and credential dumping. This is pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, clearly is 5 comments already, and it was shared a day ago. So this is a post in the cybersecurity space from Dippin talking about NTDS.dit. If you're unfamiliar with that, it's the stats used for Microsoft Active Directory domain services, and it holds things like user data, configuration stats, domain structures, replication settings, as well as replicated data that Dippin lists out there. And he lists out that attackers can gain access through various means, such as exploiting your data if yours is not encrypted or it has vulnerabilities in the system. They can also create shadow copies of the file to extract the data. and direct access they could have on a domain control. So they can use different tools to take the data information, which Dippin clearly states he will not list those tools there. He's not going to give any hackers any ideas on how to take that data. But how can you protect yourself from these attacks? Dippin also lists out a few ways to protect yourself. Of course, having secure backups by restricting access, monitoring regularly, and encrypting those backups. Regularly changing those passwords for those high privilege accounts to decrease chances of a leak, and disabling VSS on a domain control to minimize the changes of exposure, and monitoring the VSS activity you do have with tools like Sysmon.
Yeah. This is really crazy because that file is very, very much the whole crown jewel. One tip I would add is maybe consider, let's just do it here before I forget.
Yeah.
Maybe also consider running the DCs as encrypted VMs in VMware vSphere, because that is a way that you can prevent an additional surface area when it comes to like the storage of the virtual machine. So I love a good backup of this. I love an even better recovery. But again, keeping these domain controllers secure. Great tips from Dips. We do that on Tuesdays. Thank you. Oh boy, I'm in a mood, yo. Vacations and stuff get me with making people's names rhyme. I don't know. That's not a sustainable practice. Let's see if I can come up with something that rhymes with Luis talking about orchestrator.
Now I'm thinking of things that rhyme with Luis. Anyway, while we think of that, let's overview his post. So Luis is walking us through setting up a lab with Veeam Data Platform that's installing VBR 12.2, VRO 7.1, and Veeam 1 12.2. Luis provides a lot of screenshots for each of these steps. You can follow along with him. Once the installation is done, he takes you into the consoles and its configurations. And at the end, he teases that he will have another blog soon, adding an ESXi host to the recovery orchestrator and setting up a recovery plan with it. But very detailed post. Love all the visuals. He really takes you through each and every step of installing and configuring this. What do you think, Rick?
I got a rhyme.
Is that what you were typing? I heard clicks.
I did. Oh, I'm so guilty. You could probably hear me typing, not just on the microphone, but across the way. She's just out the door.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Thank you, Luis, for sharing your expertise. Oh, there we go. All
snap,
right.
snap.
Okay, but we're giddy, yo. We're breaking the rule. We're doing 4, and next up is Arnon.
You didn't even make a comment.
Oh, yeah. I love
it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just happy with my rhyming.
Yeah.
Luis, good stuff on the orchestrator. The step-by-step click-through, love that. And for those of you out there with thinking about the orchestrator, big news, Hyper-V is coming to that. That'll be a next year deliverable, but thank you, Luis. Sorry, I was on the
for your expertise. Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to find something to rhyme.
That was good.
So this one will be impossible, but I might still try.
It might be possible.
It might.
Yeah. So speaking of visual resources, like what Luis had, this is another visual resource for people who want to learn about SureBackups from Arnold. It's not a blog, but a video. He shared on the hub, and he has an entire YouTube channel. Actually, if you click into it, with videos dedicated to Veeam content in both English and in French. So various languages for the different audiences. And in this, he showcases Veeam SureBackup and how it makes testing restores much simpler with fast and non-disruptive tests to your applications. It's nearly 45 minutes, so very thorough. And Arnaud covers a lot of topics here related to SureBackup. So if you're wanting to learn more about it, or if you're unfamiliar in general, great resource to learn.
One thing I'll say here about Arnon is that he does a great job of using some AI simul translation.
I had no idea when I first watched it that it was AI. I was like, I didn't know he had a British accent. And then I actually clicked in, and then it said on the long title, it said AI dubbed. So I was like, okay, that
yeah, but I love when we're using technology to make technology better. So that's fantastic. And Arnon, great to have you here again. I did come up with a word. Oh, wait, that's not a good word. So
while you're figuring that out, it does. The voice fits you well, Arnold. You found like the perfect AI dub. I really thought it was you.
Well, it's funny because someone did that with one of our recaps. They put it in
Wow.
in German, and I didn't know I could speak German that well. So,
And it made sense for you? Like, it actually sounded like you if you could speak
it
German?
yes, it was my voice, and it was
Wow.
kind of scary. But one
Das
thing I'll
gut.
say about testing backups, I like what he has. There's no excuse anymore here. This is
Yeah.
Arnon is on a journey here, and just getting the word out that, especially with our random or just the scans that you can do, there's really no reason anymore to not do a scan. And keep in mind, it also applies to physical systems, agents as well. So thank you, Arnon. Hope you're doing well. Our French team is rocking it, and he's also the VUG, one of the VUG leaders for the French-speaking Africa team. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Breaking the rule, had to share all 4 this week on featured content.
A lot of content. Yeah. There was even some that we didn't select. So
Yes, exactly. It's no problem in the community, that's for sure. Speaking of community, the Vanguard blog spotlight this week comes from Nico Stein, who is sharing his perspective of the Veeam 100 Summit. And I thought this was a cool post. I'll talk a little bit about the VHR, but this is a pretty good one.
Yeah. So Nico, this is a blog from him kind of discussing the Veeam 100 Summit, but he kind of touches on it at the beginning, how he's not doing a traditional overview of the summit. He's like, many of my friends have already done that. Check those out there. This one specifically, I'm going to talk about the Veeam hardened repository that was shown at Summit, which, Rick, I believe you were the one who did the presentation on this.
I did team up with Hannes. Hannes did all the work. Yeah, him and I have been working on this. He does all the work. I'm just a good storyteller. But I've had a passion for the Veeam hardened repository. And the way Nico's got this identified, he's been playing with it in the lab. Right here is probably one of the best shots that you can tell a lot about it. It's using Rocky Linux, and it is an installation ISO. So it does everything. The only thing you'll have to do is select a keyboard, set up your network, and it just does the rest for you. So Nico walks through that here, and this is a very great, attractive way to have an immutable backup on-prem, on Linux, in your own data center with your own control. And then he walks through configuring it with Veeam. So it's really attractive. I want to highlight, where is it, experimental support. Yep, he's even linking to the policy. I will say this is under experimental support, which is our, especially for kind of newer things, creative things, where we'll put it up in experimental support first before we take it big out to the market. And the logic here is that we want to get this ISO, which also is hardened to the DISA-STIG profile. So it's really, really a big deal. And we've had a lot of stuff around the hardened repository in the community. This is the latest one. Thank you, Nico. Great write-up. Nothing that a Jameson can't fix. What a blog. What a blog.
No rhyme? I tried to find one on the side, actually. There's only names that rhyme with it. It's like Federico, Chico, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Placebo, gazebo.
You know what? I think just we'll 1 and 2 are good. We just got to leave it there. Leave it there. But thank you, Nico. Outstanding. Vanguard blog spotlight for 193. All right, we got some special department Eventapalooza going on. Looks like Maddie's going to be there at the one in Bucharest. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hope. But
if she gets home, she had some travel problems last week. So
if you click into the registration page, it'll show. But this is a collaboration with actually our Veeam user group Romania and the VMUG Romania. Razvan from the local team there actually is a VMUG leader. So it's a collab event with both of them. And it's actually our first event with an active leader. They had one last year, but it was kind of led by the Veeam team. And this year we have Mihai, who's signed up to be a Veeam user group leader locally there. So that'll be a great event. They have Pure Storage supporting the event. It'll be a couple of hours, I think 5 or so. Full day of content from both the local team. Brad Jervis will actually be there talking about his experience as a Veeam Vanguard and promoting the community there, which is great. I believe Maddie will also participate in that section with Brad, but we have the Pure Storage team speaking, Razvan in a quiz with some prizes, I presume, at the end, and V-Beers, of course. It's tradition for the V-Mugs.
I love the notion of I'm back to the rhyme, in a combination situation of the two user groups. I think that's awesome. So,
and he said it was over.
Yeah, I said it was over. No. Coming up the 10th of December at the Hilton Old Town. So I will be in Bucharest early next year. Looking forward to checking it out. It's been a while since I've been there. So thank you, Razvan. Thank you, Miko. Was the other one?
Mihai.
Mihai, sorry. Mihai. And of course, Maddie's always got her hands involved with that. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Going a little bit north in Europe, we've got the Benelux. Netherlands not invited.
No. Well, the Netherlands has their separate group. Yeah. So this is just for Belgium and Luxembourg. You can click into the registration page there as well. But this will be their second in-person event, actually. They had one earlier this year, closer to the summertime. And again, a half day of content with Arrow, I believe, is the sponsor for this one. And they will have like Nico and Christoph, who are leaders. They'll have the local team there. And AZ from our team is actually attending and giving a talk.
This is cool. And a food truck.
And a food truck, yeah.
Nice.
So be sure to sign up.
What day is it? Maybe I'll go.
December 12th. You still have time.
Awesome. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, Christoph. Thank you, Timo. Thank you, AZ, for engaging here. This is fantastic. Good stuff. All right. Last thing we're going to focus is an online event coming up in Kubernetes Corner, automating OpenShift VM data protection with GitOps with a guy named Jeff and Mr. Bader.
Yeah, no need to book a flight for this one. So this is a virtual event in the next 2 weeks or so. So if you're in the Kubernetes space, definitely make sure to sign up. They'll discuss running KubeVirt workloads, as well as discussing Red Hat validated pattern framework and how it can be used to enable consistent automated deployments using GitOps. So if you're interested in learning more, if this is a topic that interests you, definitely make sure to sign up.
Indeed. Well, one thing I'll say is Jeff, we know, and known element here, but Matt Bader is a fantastic presenter, by the way. He is an outstanding resource. Had him on a few of the live streams at Tech Bytes. Good people, Mr. Bader. All right. All right, cool. We are going to wrap up the session.
Blog of the month.
Oh, we have a blog of the month?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were talking to me about. Yeah. Well, hold on. No, we'll get it. Okay. We're live.
Live-ish.
Live-ish. Is it this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is that thing.
Oh, let's talk about the blog of the month.
Yeah, so from October and November, there was no blog of the month covered that month because at the end of the month, people were pretty busy.
Right.
So we're covering both months this time, and there are, I believe, 6 options, different blogs, some related to the Veeam 100 Summit, actually. So be sure to vote by December 1st, and the winner will be announced.
I'm liking this one.
You should be. You shouldn't be biased, Rick. You should say you like them all.
I'm liking that one. I'm liking that. I'm liking this one. I'm liking that. I like them all.
Like them all.
I will vote, but not on cam. All right, cool. I'll put this tab over here, not closing it. I'll come back to that one. All right. By the way, thank you, Safiya. Directly, thank you for the Who's New. We've had a really solid couple of weeks. With really good gains here.
Yeah.
Funny. Let's see. I don't know what's coming, so I don't know what she's picked. I like this one, Mothered. I like. Let's see, a tool that's cute. VBK 0. Oh my gosh, that one is awesome. I'm gonna draw all kinds of lines on that one. That's cool. A couple other funny names in here. You never know what we're gonna see here. But welcome everyone. And it's kind of funny. You can also see if like something around the world happens, like you'll see a lot of people from a certain, name, like, oh, that's a cool one right there. Data protector.
Yeah. Like last week we had a lot of people from India.
Yes.
Because we were sending out a lot of promotional emails in that region for an event. So.
Right. Well, welcome everyone. That's what I love about the communities, that we come in all over the world all the time. All right. Safiya's totally subjective picks. Truthful.
Is that what it should be called?
The coolest users. No, I mean it's just a pick. It's a selection. And Waterbuck, one after 909. Area code 909. Where is that?
I don't know. It's a Veeam person though. I did the email address. So if you know the person, maybe I don't know.
I feel like that's Southern California, like Riverside. Yeah, that's right. So anyways, welcome everyone.
Welcome.
And then Alfred's pick for the week is Data Protector. That's right. A badge is coming your way. Appreciate that. Big welcome to everyone. Always great to see the community grow week after week, and the sun is blinding me, as you can see here, which is funny because I got a bunch of space. I do have my head towards the window just for light reasons, and I got a janky blind situation. But when it's sunny, it really gets me in the morning. But anyways, Safiya, thank you so much for doing the recap with me.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, Maddie, I think, is back next week. I don't know. We'll worry about next week. I'm in town, so that's good. No more travel-ish for the rest of the year. You and I are going to be
Wichita.
you and I are doing a quick run to Kansas, supporting a local VMUG, and then no more travel. But that's just one night. For me, it doesn't count, so it's going to be a quick and easy one. All right. Thanks again, Safiya, Maddie. Hope your travels are going good. We will see you all next week.